Everybody, welcome back to Homestead in the Wood, episode 24 with me, Sid. And last episode, we put some effort. I've done a little bit of decorating. I'll go through. We put some effort into getting this lot working, and it does. It all works. It grinds stuff. It's all great. It's not the fastest in the world, but as the episode or the series says, this is a chill series. This is not about efficiency or gain or... Oh, good grief. I've just put a bunch of those guys off. And they're back. Yeah, this is not about significant gain. This is not about... I need my backpack. I'm going to need to get that. Not about optimal, anything. Let's be honest. This is all about enjoying and having a nice chill. I feel he didn't understand the word chill, but there you go. But a nice, chill, relaxed playthrough. Where are you? You're there. You seem to get stuck in this river. But that's fine. I'll just use a whole load of arrows, fending off some phantoms. I'd not slept for a few nights and I forgot about phantoms. I forgot they were a thing. So yeah, that was fortuitous because I could do with a few more arrows. Always do with a few more arrows. So yeah, this is about a nice, steady, relaxed experience. And hopefully so far that's what we've had. We're not driving significantly fast. We're not trying to build anything mega buildish. We're just going to build steadily, slow and patiently. So what is the plans for today? Well, the plan for today is I'm going to do a little bit of work in the vineyard, in the winery, getting myself some wine, and completing a few of those quests. We're going to move a few bits and pieces of equipment around in there and make that finished off. And then we are going to get all about cows. We're going to get ourselves a cow shed. We're going to have a milking parlour and we're going to have a beef cow herd. Don't tell them I said that. They think. But yeah, decorative wise, I have moved this lot around in here and I put a floor down. There's checked netherrack tiles, which I think look really nice. Actually, let's be honest, it's an accomplishment to make netherrack look nice, period. In here I have put a floor down. It's just my grey kaolin, but I've not put a doormat in. In here we've got this, and again we do need just to do a little bit of decorating up here at some point. Not necessarily today, but at some point. And in here I've put a doormat in, and it's again, this one's cherry, I think. But we've got various bits. We've got apple wine, we've got a whole load of apple mash, we've got all of these things going on, and this is all fine. But here, big but, I cannot lie. There are some things in here that do not belong. For example, that, and these, and that, and that, and that. Everything else is fine. So what we probably want to do is position these a bit more sensibly for the environment. We'll put some chests or chesticles or something in as well, just to make that kind of work this out as a vineyardery place, and we'll put these into this lock and just go into this workbench area, I suppose, because I mean they're technically workbenches. You probably fit there. You'll just, that's not out of the way. You're right next to a grindstone. You blend in nicely, and that's that. You know, just simple spacers with functions in the household. Pretty much what we do in real life, isn't it? We grab some barrels. What we'll do is we shall place like that, and that one can have those. And I've gradually up here I put empty bottle. Well, these are. There you go. And that is empty bottles. And then I think we've got. Let me just have a. We've still got some wine wreckage, but no wine bottles left in there. You're just stuff. I don't think there's anything floating around over there. Then of course we've got all the grapeage, which if I actually just check in here that we do have a little bit more. Might as well take the seeds as well. And they can all go up there. Lovely. So what we need to do is we need to go and put white. That goes in there with glowstone and sugar, and that one's off. I've only got. Maybe I should actually get a fourth one. It'd fit, wouldn't it? What's that? Fermentation barrel. Then I could do all four at once because it takes 5 minutes. And they're not expensive, so makes a certain degree of sense, I feel. So this one is going to be red grape juice, and it's going to have cocoa and sugar. This one is going to be white grape juice with glowberry, and this one is going to be red grape juice with cherry. And that's a whole bunch of wines crafting, which is great. That's going to complete 4 things and give us stuff to put. Well, wow, that is what you call a thing. How 144? You see, you can't put these into any of those. Which is kind of odd. Don't understand why that is the case. I mean, you don't traditionally put ciders on the sides. Let's have a look at shelves, shall we? What have we got? Oak shelf. Let's try. What have I got? I've got spruce, haven't I? Can I? Well, before we decide which type of shelf to go with, because we've got bookshelves, we've got these shelves, which are that supplementary squared, and then we've got candle light. Let me do a spruce shelf of that. I need some iron nuggets, don't I? You know, when you use that, then you don't know which. You've got too many choices. Too many choices. You get 2 of those. Let's continue with shelf exploration. So that's that one. And then you've got. That's brews and potions, and that is from Clutter. which I presume yeah, okay. Now what we got a choice of, so we can come over on this wall. Let's see what our options are. See, that actually looks really nice up top. That has got a lower down vibe going. That's very middle. But let's have a look how they display the item. That actually doesn't do anything. Alright. So we can take you out of the equation. You would do... Actually, I know where you would do. I can think of lots of places where they do, but what I want to do is some of those running across there. Because that'll give me an excuse to stash some stuff up there, won't it? Let me go get some more of those. Shelf, 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 shelf. 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. We'll leave those in. Oh yeah, that definitely works. Now, how do you render? You will take 6 items. You will take 1 item. You will take 2 items. I think our winner is this one. We do need to try and put some light source in here that's a little bit more conducive as well, don't we? Okay, but we can definitely use those. So we're going with the clutter shelves, and we're going to put some barrels up there, 5 of them. Okay, back in a moment. Alright, well, we've got those in. I'm just kept it nice and simple, and we have got Mellowy wine, instant health, whether you'll go in. Why do these bottles not want to go in bottle racks? It just seems terrible design. Okay, Stradwine night vision. Got all these stupid bottle shapes, isn't it? That's why. Sun-kissed wine, glowing. Just doesn't. These are useless. They really are. But it doesn't matter. We're here for the thing. And cherry wine, invisibility. See, that goes in. This one doesn't. Right. Well, we got a few of these to collect. So we get some more. Hang on a second. Let me make sure I've got you on there just in case. I don't think you do get. It does work quite for that, but you get your ingredients back for that, and that, and that. So there's a few more wines to make. Jelly wine, magnetic wine. You see, this one's interesting. Although personally, I'd like an iron ingot for 2 minutes and 40. Ice vine. Ice vine. Okay, yeah. Nice. I'm kind of getting it now. The joke wasn't that strong, was it? Okay, right. We have done some quests to be tidied up in here. We need to think about cattles and cow sheds. Now, I'd like to go and collect some woods and the likes, and maybe sleep the night away. And let's see about what we're going to do. I need to also grab a little a little of the coarse dirt, I think. That should keep us going. Yeah, I'm going to get some pathing in for starters. Oh, hello. Hi, how are you? No, no, no. Damn you. I thought I got far enough away. Oh well, you know what thought did, don't you? Yeah, thought he broke wind, but he soiled himself. That's the polite version, by the way. There we go. Yeah, all mended. Damn you, bloody... I think I worked out why we're getting zombies under the house. There's a cave down there, isn't there? We'll have to go and investigate that at some point. Any more zombie goodness? There's some zombie goodness. Boop. Get a little bit of repair on. Might as well, eh? See, is there anybody else hovering around over here who would like to help me fix up my tools? Not really. Oh, there's a creepy boy over there. If I can actually not blow this one up, at least I might be able to harvest him for his precious XP orbs. Come on then, you. I mean, the irony is I've got the reach mod, so I don't even have to worry that much about it. Right. Okay. There's some cows in the area. That's all good. Let's just see if my sheep want any more ducky friends, because they've got a few ducky friends, look. Sorry, sheep. That was not intentional. But, right, what was I doing? I suppose I could try and feed the ducks. I'm assuming they do seeds. No, apparently not. But that's one way of getting a good ducky. Ah, oh, little baby. Right. So what I want to do over here is I want to bring this path around here. And connect up these garden bits. No, it shouldn't come out that, it's there. And then the cows are going to go into this area, I think. But for now, oh, I've already got that. We're wanting to pop in let's run that slightly curved. And the same here. And then we're going to go there. I'm going to need some copycat blocks there. And just connect this lot up here. That will go out because we're going to continue that way. Get a view of these slabs down. World will be good and happy. Not that one. And that needs to be and that just kind of brings in the pathing around the place. And then we've got all of this space here to play with for a cow shed, which I need to decide what wood I'm going to use. I'm going to try and go and get a different wood type. I think we'll head out and maybe, tackle another tree, maybe even go and get some of this. That might be interesting. And yeah, let's see how that goes. But right now, go and grab ourselves some slabs and copycat blocks, and we'll be sitting pretty. I'll be back in a second. All right, I've got a plan of some of the things I want to do, and one of which is I want to go find some rabbits. Believe it or not. Why have I not got copycat? I didn't do the copycat blocks. That's a good point. Okay, well, sun's going down, so before I go out wandering, let me go and do that. I need 4 copycat blocks, not 2. I don't know how I missed those 2, but it doesn't matter. 4 copycat blocks. So we have got the first 2 parts of this, the winemaker's apron, the winemaker's hat, the straw hat. If you're wearing the full set, bone meal isn't consumed, which is not a problem. We've got loads of bone meal, but you know, it sounds kind of a cool function. Let's just put it that way. So I'm going to tidy up our pathing a little bit. Let me just also go for, I haven't got a lot of that, have I? Cobble deep slate strewn rocky path. I suppose we can possibly get those back to there. Let me have a look. That doesn't go in there. And that doesn't go in there. There probably won't go in that either, will it? No. Okay, the recipe for that is on a thing. I just need cobble deep slate. Okay, back in a bit. Alright, we don't get out often enough, you know. One of the things I love about this game is exploring, and sometimes I feel we don't get enough exploration. And I noticed up here, I couldn't remember whether we'd explored this or not, but there was some kind of structural ruin. There's also some interesting plants. Now I think this is a beach and not a desert, so this is probably not going to be the richest source of bunny wabbits, which is one of the things I would have quite liked. But we have got interesting plants, and we have got something over there, and we've got a nothing here but monsters. Well, that doesn't bode well. But let's have a look what we got. We've got you, which are interesting enough, and you actually do make some quite nice. Well, apparently I needed a task. I had a task for that as well. Well, we'll grab a few of those. I don't really need, I did pick up some kelp on the way over because it had popped up, so it was a case of had to. Now this is blue enchanted log. Which has got this. And some jungle sapling. Okay, well, we'll take it. And that must be jungle log, yeah. I'm gonna guess this. Yeah, there are some green enchanted logs about, look. But let's have a look. Imbued. That feels like it should be something. Very pretty though. There does tend to be, and I know this is kind of a controversial, these kind of highly saturated biomes are a bit controversial, shall we say. Well, they grow crystals. Interesting. curious as to... That is a big old, but I think that's just another blue one, isn't it? That's still ants. There's a green one here, look. What are you? Apart from a green enchanted log with a green. And we got some. Anything else particularly interesting in the area? Peat? No, I'm not going to do it. See that? It's actually a really nice texture as well. I'm very tempted. If I can get up. Because they're all solid. Not so bothered about the green. But that's a nice white colour. Don't know whether we'll use it anywhere. Still, nice to know it's there. There's that brown texture as well, which... Cyan rose. Okay. But I'm getting distracted by fauna again, aren't I? Actually, flora. Let me get my my words right. There's the fauna. Right, let me get in here and do a little bit of putting away because we've got some stuff. And let's, while the sun's going down, we'll get ready to snooze the night off and go down and see if that is all beach. I suspect it is, or if there's any bunnies. And we'll also go and have a look at some of these other trees. Yeah, it's a plan. See you in a moment. Yeah, I've been here. They've been looted. The chests are grey. So I've definitely been in this place before, which I would have been surprised if I hadn't. It kind of screams out, doesn't it? Saying, come loot me. But, oh well, the redwoods do not want to come down in... Oh, hello. Did I see that? That's just normal bookshelves, and I don't think that, yeah, I must have seen it. It's just, yeah, memory. Getting old, you know. Anyway, we need to get down to a point where there's bunny rabbits, and so there's bunny rabbits in that wood there, but they're going to be an absolute pig to catch in there. So let's mark that up as a possible. But I'd like to find them in a more traditional environment, which is obviously deserts or tigers, or not tigers, mesa. Somewhere where it's a little bit more open and we can run them down, because there ain't no way I'm doing it in that. So I'll see you in a moment. Alright, there's a whole load of these bison here, which, you know, I just... I'm like, oh, hello, and you are a mystical trader, but you're not selling anything I want, because you only sell... Now, these guys are bad-tempered. And I should, again, be ready to... What is on the map is they don't appear, these guys are not but there is a big old bison head on there, as if he's something special. You're a water buffalo, not a bison. And apparently, you were a challenge. Okay. Well, we'll take it. Rabbits. I see rabbits on the map. Rabbit, rabbit. Right, let me go and see where these bunny wabbits are. What are you? Church copper. You're wrong not to. I know I came for bunny wabbits, but there's one. Very stingy with their skins, rabbits. I just don't like giving them up. They'll be very, very quiet. I'm hunting a wabbit. I see you there, you little bugger. See? I mean, that little arrow is not going to... I'm probably going to run out of arrows if I'm not careful. Need more wabbits. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep hunting wabbits. I need 2 bunny rabbit skins. That's all I need. 2 little bunny rabbit skins. To make these, the winemaker's boots. And... the hermit sells them. Rabbits drop them. Well, of course rabbits drop them. They just don't seem to be wanting to drop them right now, and I'm not seeing any rabbits again. God. Yeah. Right, we'll find a rabbit. Be back in a bit. Alright, so we are over here. I have been wandering backwards and forwards around this area. There's a village there, which I didn't realise. I don't recall seeing a village there. And there was a village there, which I'm fairly certain I've not seen before either. So we are going to visit those, but I have spent a constructive half hour or so mining copper and iron and coal from this hillside. Copper and iron, obviously. Well, iron, obviously, because it's iron. Copper, because it's plentiful in this biome, and it's just on the surface. And coal, because I managed to repair all of my mending equipment. So yeah, and we have come out of this with, well, you can see, you know, there's a fair amount of material, put it that way. I also found chili peppers, so that's a plus. We'll have this last bit of coal while we're here. I've dug the hole, I might as well. But yeah, definitely worth coming down here just to force a repair of my tools. However, what we need to do is concentrate on the job at hand. There are rabbits up in near one of those villages. The other village I don't know, because I've not been there yet. I don't really want those either. So let's start off from here. I think we're probably as well to head this way. And I'll avoid being distracted by any ores, unless it's iron. Or diamonds, but, you know, they don't spawn up in this thing, so, yeah. There's no risk. I can safely say that I will stop for diamonds. Will stop for diamonds. Should be a bump sticker, shouldn't it? Will stop for diamonds. Maybe with the Minecraft diamond icon on it. Or maybe not, who knows. But yeah, this biome has been rich. The other thing over there I picked up palm logs. I've got mauve logs. I've got my blue logs. We saw those. I also got some mycelium, some jungle. Oh yeah, I left that. Some boab saplings, eucalyptus logs, and yeah, it's been a very profitable little trip out in that respect, if nothing else, just because I've repaired all my tools and got a whole load of coal and copper in the process. However, there is a village over there, look. Now, that one, I have a feeling I might have been to. It's starting to ring some bells. But in the interest of... I have been to it, haven't I? I've definitely been to that. Yeah, I've been there. Right, we'll save ourselves the trip. So we're headed up to this desert village where there are bunnies. And I've killed one. The other ones were all baby bunnies, so there was no point actually, helping them rest. But yeah, we'll head over there, and well, I'll be back with you in a second. Right, got the rabbit skin straight off the bat. But here's the village we've. Well, I'm fairly certain. The other thing I'm not 100% certain of is, do I have any cactus? Because we probably should have some, if we haven't got any, just to get a cactus farm growing. You never know when you're going to want a cactus farm. So we'll take advantage of the fact. Now I know I've seen saguaro cactus, and I'm not entirely sure whether we've been a thing. So this is the wild chili peppers. Not to be confused with red hot chili peppers, which is a band. It's a very small village, so I may have been here. We'll find out if they've. Yeah. An unemployed villager. Or maybe I won't find out. Maybe I'm just going to wander around and go, don't know, because there doesn't appear to be any lootables in this village at all. Right. Oh, that was a short visit. So, while we're out this way, well, I did find a mine shaft down there as well. While we are out this way, I want to just head over east. I want to take camel. I want to take advantage of the fact we are in somewhere different, a different place. Hi, Mr. Camel. Did they add camels to Minecraft? Oh man, I'm feeling like I forgot something. I'm fairly certain they did. Because that says it's in Minecraft, it's not a modded beastie, which would indicate that it perhaps is part of the game. Right, well we're here then. Let us go and just have a look out this way. Let's expand our horizons. Expand our borders. It's a very pretty pack, this. I've probably said that before, and I'm almost certainly going to say it again. But yeah, getting out, having a good look. This is chalk, I think. Are you chalk? Chalk, yeah. And then we're into very red that? Is it me, or does that red sand look redder than it ought to? There's a good chance of some iron up there, but I have kind of secured my iron supply a little recently, so I'm kind of inclined to not get... Well, I haven't secured my iron supply, I've just managed to double it. So let us just chunder over this way. We'll follow this little archipelago of islands and see where, if anywhere, it takes us. Again, if I wanted coal, lots of coal. That red sand really does look extra super red. Prickly pear cactus. I'll have that zinc. Bit of zinc that won't go amiss. Well, there's still more in there, hang on. Not bothered about the copper though. Go. What? You are getting more irritating than you really should be. But there's definitely more landmass over here, so I'll keep going and I'll come back once I've found something else. Alright, so this was one of the reasons I wanted my grindstone. I do need a different block. Just give me one of those. This stuff, crimsite, it's, well, I mean, you can make a whole load of interesting building materials with it, so that in itself is fine. But this one, it has a 40% chance of dropping iron and raw iron nuggets. So as a block, it's quite interesting because it spawns in very, 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 very large chunks. There's also a green and a blue one, which I can't remember. I think the green one is, well, one of them's copper for definite. The other one I can't remember what it gives. But I'm very tempted, now I've repaired my pick, to have the lot. We can have a little shell while we're at it, because there was a shell on that one. How nice. So I'm going to quickly stop here and we'll grab this crimsite. I don't think this is a particularly large thing because there's a cave in here. But in some respects that only makes life easier, doesn't it? So I'm going to hammer this out and I'll be back in a mo. Alright, so we're back, and of course, as ever, I have most definitely overdone my my travelling time. That should have not been all travelling. That should have been, you know, coming back here and building a thing. So we did pick up a few bits and pieces. I've got some white jungle grapes, which I do want to get planted. We also picked up some bison meat, which can go in there, and some water buffalo meat, which can go in there. I don't know if there's anything special we can do with that. I think we can just cook it. I don't think it has any... you can do a roast buffalo ham if you have 3 of them, but I only have 2. And I don't know where I'm going to find more of those. Well, we've got rabbit, so that's the thing. Leather, we got that. I picked up aloe vera as well, that was handy. Those need processing. That lot is coal, that can come out and go away. but we picked up a eucalyptus, some chilies, different mushrooms, saplings of all sorts of shapes and sizes and things. But of course what we didn't get, I've just put the damn grape saplings away, was time to do a great deal of building. Yeah, which is part of the course, if I'm honest. For me, it's pretty standard. So, what we're going to do is I am going to get this lot put away, and we're going to check out our quest, because I believe, I didn't actually complete anything. I just got some achievements. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to be precious about it. What I do want to do, however, is I'd like to make you. And for that I need some leather, some blue wool and some white wool. Let's have a look at my wool. I need one more blue wool, and I need 1, 2, 3. Now, uses for those, I can never remember whether I can just dye one or not. I wish you could. Yes, you can. Okay. So I need some blue dye and one piece of wool. And that will give me those. I need some gold, or a piece of gold, because obviously all farmers have a gold buckle made out of a single ingot of gold. And some leather. We need you. And then for those I just need 2 brown wool. Okay, which I'm going to need those, and some cocoa, isn't it? I think cocoa beans. Oh, there you go, we got them apparently. And then leather. So we can get rid of that. That one can go on, and we can make those. No, that can go on, and we can make those. And then at least we can what on earth is that? Oh, armor stands. Okay. I didn't want to do that. What I wanted to do was put the thing on. So if you got all of them, we don't use bone meal, and of course we now, it's night time, I think, is it? Felt like it was getting to night time. It's getting to night time. So now we look the part. If we can. Me farmer said. What these winemakers said anyway. Yeah, that's like an outfit. Now, as I say, the thing that this does do is bone meal should not be consumed. So if I were to go and get, let me have a look at the fir saplings, for example. That's quite a nice looking log. And go and have a snooze out under the stars first. There's definitely caves underneath here. You, sir, were very nearly killed it again. But in theory, it lied. Full set bonus. White. Straw hat. It lied to me. Well, with that in mind, let us go and just get into our farm. So next episode we will get the cow shed done. But yeah, it was fun. Got out, saw some stuff, picked some stuff up. I'll get all that material processed, all those metals. But for now, there's me, Homestead, signing off. Until next week. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.